By 2030, you won't use computers. You'll live inside them. That's not a marketing slogan. That is what every major technology company on Earth is building towards right now. And most people haven't noticed yet. The problem is the language around this technology is a mess. VR, AR, MR, XR, spatial computing, extended reality, the metaverse. If you've ever tried to figure out what any of those actually mean and how they're different, you've probably hit a wall of jargon and given up. So in this video, we're going to fix that. What immersive technology actually is, why it matters right now in 2026, and which parts of your life it's going to hit first. No hype, no sci-fi promises, just what is actually happening and why it matters to you. Let's start with the basics. At one end of the spectrum, you have the real world, everything physical, what you can touch. At the other end, you have a fully virtual world, a digital space with nothing physical in it at all. That's virtual reality, VR. Strap on a headset and the real world disappears. You are somewhere else entirely. Now, what if instead of replacing the real world, you just add things to it? Digital objects layered on top of physical space. That's augmented reality, AR and R. Think of the yellow first down line in American football broadcasts, or Pokemon Go. Digital information anchored to the real world. Go one step further, make those digital layers respond to the real world, stick to surfaces, react to light, and you get mixed reality. MR. The digital and physical aren't just next to each other, they interact. XR, extended reality, is the umbrella term for all of it. VR, AR, MR. Everything that blurs the line between the physical and the digital. And spatial computing, that's the term Apple coined for something slightly different. It's not just about visuals, it's the idea that computers stop living inside rectangles, screens, phones, laptops, and start living in the space around you. Interfaces that float, information that moves with you, computing that fills the room. One spectrum, 5 terms, all of it connected. So why is 2026 different? Why has this technology, which has been around in some form since the 90s, suddenly become the thing every company, every investor, and every government is paying close attention to? 3 forces colliding at once. Force 1, the hardware got there. The early headsets were bricks, uncomfortable, expensive, and tethered to a PC. By 2023, standalone headsets got cheap enough for ordinary people to actually buy. But the real shift happened when the shape changed. Smart glasses, the kind you'd actually wear outside, started selling properly in 2024 and 2025. In 2026, you can buy a pair that looks like regular glasses, connects to your phone, overlays navigation, translates speech in real time, and runs for a full day. The self-consciousness about wearing a computer on your face is going away faster than most people expected. Force 2. AI moved inside the stack. The missing piece for immersive tech was always intelligence. A VR environment that doesn't respond to you is basically a very expensive 3-dimensional film. But when you put a generative AI model inside the hardware, inside the headset, inside the glasses, inside the runtime, that changes everything. The environment can respond to your voice, objects can behave logically, and AI can build a training scenario on the fly, or translate what someone says into your language in under a second, or surface the information you need, right when you need it. The hardware finally has a brain. Force 3. The use cases stopped being entertainment. VR gaming is real, but it was never going to change the world on its own. What's changed in 2026 is that healthcare, education, logistics, and architecture have started deploying this at scale, not as a pilot, as infrastructure. When the use case is training surgeons, or teaching children to read, or letting an engineer walk through a building that hasn't been built yet, the business case looks completely different. So what actually changes? Let's be specific. Jobs and training. The biggest immediate impact is how we learn new skills. Studies show VR training cuts learning time by up to 40%. And because it's repeatable, measurable, and safe, no real equipment, no real risk. Sectors that used to train purely by watching and repeating are switching. Retail, logistics, manufacturing, healthcare. If you work in any of those sectors, the way your next training program works is changing. Healthcare. Surgical simulation is already saving lives. Surgeons who practice procedures in VR before performing them on real patients make fewer errors. Phobia treatment in VR gets results that match traditional therapy. And remote consultation, where a specialist can be virtually present with a patient anywhere in the world, is becoming a real healthcare model, not a future promise. Learning. The classroom is the slowest moving institution on Earth, but immersive technology is starting to reach it. Not through gimmicks, through better comprehension. When you walk through ancient Rome rather than read about it, when you manipulate a molecule rather than stare at a diagram of one, people remember more. The research backs it up. So here's the thing. Immersive technology is not coming. It is here. The question is not whether it will change the way you work, learn, and see a doctor. The question is when, and whether you'll understand it well enough to benefit from it, or be caught flat-footed. The people who get this early will make better decisions. In their careers, in their businesses, and in how they think about what comes next. That's what this channel is for. Every week, we'll break down one corner of this space. No hype, no jargon, just straight thinking. If that sounds useful, subscribe. It costs nothing, and it means you'll see every video as it lands. And one question before you go. Which of those three shifts, jobs, healthcare, or education, do you think will hit you first? Drop it in the comments. I'll read everyone.